The top for us tonight, the folks who are leading the effort to restore the historic Ritz Theater downtown are celebrating tonight after gaining the approval of the city's Type B board today.
That's right. What that means is thousands of dollars from sales tax money that's been set aside for economic development could go toward the project. Our Bill Churchwell was there at City Hall today, joins us now with details. Bill?
We're talking $230,000. And what that vote today means is that those with the Ritz are a step closer to getting a reimbursement grant from the Texas Historical Commission. The next step is to gain the approval of City Council.
All those in favor? Aye.
The unanimous vote by the city's Type B board, a milestone for those who are leading the charge to restore the historic Ritz.
I'm expecting that to happen again with council. We have our construction team ready to start our project. They're just waiting for the go.
Cheryl Vatsmeyer-Rios is the executive director for the nonprofit CC Patch. It was back in January when she gave me a tour of the venue that highlights decades of local talent and major stars who took the stage. The theater opening back in 1929, ultimately closing its doors 60 years later.
Community impact of what the arts does anyways is tenfold plus 100-fold.
As we've reported, the nonprofit has hired OTJ Architects out of Washington, D.C. to bring it back to its former glory. It's something that could look like this. The team showing an example of the restored Plaza Theater out of El Paso.
We've had Evergreen Architectural Arts come in from New York to do a paint analysis in the last couple of months. Super exciting. I got to see the original colors of the theater. What we have now is like this contrasting red with cream. It's going to go back to a very elegant, very pretty, calm, beautiful space. The
$230,000 grant from the Texas Historical Commission will be used specifically for weatherproofing the facade of the building.
What happens outside of the building is as important as what happens inside of the building.
Susan Palmer was also on hand for the vote. She is the founder of a consulting group that specializes in restoring historic theaters.
Once you have a 1,000-seat facility that's welcoming people in 1, 2, 3 times a week, and you have maybe 700 or 800 or 900 people walking into the downtown that many times a week, it transforms the downtown.
The goal is to have a multi-purpose theater with a vision of adding on to the building.
Not only a secondary theater, which we hope to have, that is convertible into like events. We do weddings, birthdays, quinceañeras. There's so much that we're going to do.
Now, that money from the Texas Historical Commission grant is time sensitive with work that must be completed by the end of March of 2024. Now, if that matching Type B funds are approved by council, they could see that money 2 months from now. The total restoration time for this project is estimated to be around 3 to 4 years. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bill, for that story. Meantime, tonight, controversy